Are you nading banana like this? Because if you are, you're wasting $300 on a nade that might get you just 12 damage. Ever since the Inferno spawn location update, there are only 5 spawns that the attackers can have, reducing the randomization of the timings. This means that, in theory, we should be able to determine the exact timings for attackers to rush banana and a perfect nade that would obliterate them. To find this holy grail of a nade, we will be using my 2 favorite refrag tools, DemoR Viewer and Nades, and in the process, teaching you how to find your own lineups. To start, let's upload my most recent Inferno demos onto the DemoR Viewer. This allows me to visualize the timings and positions more efficiently than I would be able to by just watching the demo. We will be looking at a lot of rounds, so having a good playback system is very important. Here are the 2 things that we have to keep in mind. The time it takes for his CT to get into a position where they can safely and consistently throw a nade, and where the Ts are at the same time. Based on reviewing a lot of rounds, it appears that on average, I would run around the corner and get into a nading position at about 1 minute and 45 seconds left into the round. Give or take about 1 second based on the poor movement on my end and body blocking by my team. At that time, the Ts will be turning the corner to enter the bottom of banana, if they're going as fast as they can. However, we need to consider the time it takes for the nade to travel and explode, which is 1.6 seconds, based on my earlier Nades testing. This means that we actually need to consider their positions at 1 minute and 43 seconds, where the fastest T will be just next to the logs and T behind him will be in the cubby. Now that we have this information, let's consider 2 criteria for the lineup. To make this nade throw as fast as possible, we want to throw it while running with minimal lineups required. And since we're not mollying banana, it needs to be thrown from a position where we have the option to retreat in case of a rush. Now let me start my Nades server and give you a quick tour. Nades is a powerful tool that lets you test and learn nades in a much more efficient environment than a regular CS2 practice server would allow you to. Here are some of the awesome features it offers. Learn nades fast with preloaded nades that show you exactly where to aim. Test high explosive damages. They even have a nade finding algorithm that will find the lineup from your position, so you don't have to test hundreds of nades yourself. And in the end, you're able to save, share, and publish the nades for yourself, your team, and the community. Here's the actual in-game footage of me finding and testing nades to find the best one, and this is what I found. As soon as you run around the corner, aim at the curb where the floor and the wall meets. Keep running forwards, and as soon as you see the half wall, right-click jump through the nade while still running. This nade lands right in front of the logs, dealing a lot of damage. If you notice that they are slightly slower on the rush, or you want to target the person right behind the first person, instead of aiming at the curb, middle click throw, aiming at the edge right here as soon as you see the half wall. You don't need to jump, but still be running. This will land further and hit more people in the back. Afterwards, I can save and publish these nades using the commands on the screen. Now you have a much better banana nade that is still relatively easy to throw, but even more importantly, you now have the skills to use Nades and DemoR Viewer to find the best nade for your scenarios. And if you don't have Refrag, you can get it in the description below or look for some free codes on our Discord.